Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's well, and I hope everybody can hear me. Having a few problems with mics earlier on, so I hope everything's coming through okay. See who we have in the chat tonight. I'm getting the usual notification. Let me know I'm live. That's good. It's come through pretty much straight away. So who do we have in? We have Leslie Gilpin Railways. Good evening, Leslie. How are you doing? Oh, we have Union, the Growler, Blackwood Engage. Good evening, Union. Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider. Chris Valleys 56. Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath. Tom Houston, Model Rail. Alan White, good evening, Alan. Jerry BVR, good evening, Jerry. I think that's all I can see for the minute. So I hope everyone's keeping well. We're going to do a little bit of static grassing again. Did I see someone else pop in there? Oh, Brian Finnerton Central Model Railway is in. And I thought I seen Mick come in. Quentin Chris, good evening. So don't forget to hit the like button for me. Delft Junction, how are you doing? So if someone in the chat could just let me know that you can hear me okay. Oh, good. That's great. You can hear me. Thank you, guys. Right. So we'll crack on with finishing off the static grass around Iver Station here. I've also got, I'm going to do some seafoam trees tonight. I've got one of the WW Scenics little static applicator, the flat plate one. The Pro Grass box. I haven't used it yet. I haven't tried it. Just put the battery in, light come on. So we'll have a go at that in a bit. See how that works. So as usual, we'll start off by removing any bits and pieces we can and masking off stuff. So we spent hopefully about half an hour or so and just get this bit of static grass done. Then we can move on to making some seafoam trees. And I've got some of the, I mentioned, I think last week that I put an order in and I got some of the tuft glue. So I'm going to try some of that, see how that works out. Tom Cubbles, how you doing? Right, so the usual, put some masking tape over the track. Just to stop static grass getting in. So how's everyone been? What have you been up to? I have started a new project. Video will be out tomorrow. My channel members would have seen it already. I'm sure there'll be some people rolling their eyes at it when they see what it is. Peter, no, not all the stations were whitewashed. the station I'm in at the moment, and a lot of the main stations were natural stone, like a sandstone. I think the main station in Sonora, that would have been painted, whitewashed. So I'm just covering the tops of the rails and most of the ballast on this. I'm not pressing it down too hard with the ballast because I want some of the grass to get in underneath, just so you don't end up with like sharp lines. Right, that's the track done. I'm going to mask over the roads, and then what I might do, oops, is once I have the roads done, is I'll do a little bit of glue down the center and put some grass down the center of the roads. Probably won't do that today. Probably something I'll do maybe as a YouTube short or something, just to show you. So I'll need to bring some paint in to touch it up and make it look better. Hi Dino, how you doing? Where do I get my figures from? Everywhere. Some are Hornby, some are Model U, some I've just picked up at shows from secondhand boxes. A lot of the time when I'm putting ones in carriages, I'll use the cheap ones from China. Maybe give them almost a weathering coat to take the shine and the brighter colors off them, because they do tend to be quite brightly colored, those Chinese ones. And if you give them like a black wash, it just takes the shine off them, and so they don't look as bright. Oh, it's Clive in as well. Hi, Clive. Howard, how you doing? Oh, Kieran's in too. Hi, Kieran. Oh, look forward to it. Sorry, I'm having a quick swig of my Dr. Pepper. Right, I'm going to. Right, how can you see? So if I bring the camera down, so there's going to be a little bit of movement today, guys, so we don't get too seasick watching this. Right, so I'm going to start with this little section first. So I'm going to lift that back a bit and just use a bit of paper there when I spray the glue. Like that. I've already got my 2 mil static grass in there, and I think some 6 mil wild meadow as well. Where's the glue? I don't have Brian here to help me this evening. He's going to Glasgow, I think he said last week, to a birthday party. Hi, Alan. Now, are you talking about the model station or are you talking about the real station I'm stood at? The real station is sandstone and this one opened in 1889. The model there is carved, and that would be probably, he started building these in the 40s, so I'd say this one was probably from around the 50s. All scratch built. The chimney pots are actually straws, because you can actually see the colour straws in them. But like when he built these, most of it would be from scratch. No internet to order stuff off. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, how you doing? And we have hi from H and H Express Model and Skill Trains. Good evening. Another YouTuber has been helping me by building a big scenic section of the layout. Ooh, who could that be? Right, anyway, on with this. So we've got our layering spray. Oh, I almost had it pointed at me then. And we're just going to spray that. That to one side. Get static grass applicator down. This is 2 mil. Give that a shake. I can't move these stations completely because they got lights on them, they're wired in, and it's just too much hassle to try and unsolder them, move them, and take them out. So if you've got any questions, put them in the chat. If I don't answer the questions for because I haven't seen it, so just don't worry, just keep putting it in until I answer it, or somebody else may answer it. They know the answer. It doesn't have to be about Donegal Railways or what I'm doing here. It can be any question on model railways. Right, let's do that again. So again, more layering spray. Good thing with this spray stuff is you can actually be quite exact with it where you want it to go. Right, now this is there we go. Oh, how's that looking on the camera? You see that's blended in now. You can see, I think, how it's blended in a bit. What makes that spray glue? This is the WWS static grass layering spray. Okay, if you see the Pico stuff, exactly the same because WWS supply Pico. So there, I've got one of Pico's static grass applicators. This is my smaller one. It's actually Woodland Scenic, or not Woodland Scenic. Oh dear, no, WWS. So move this back down again into position. Now, ideally, what I should have been done is working from the back forward, so I'm not going over work, but it's not too bad here because we have the perspex around, so that stops me from going down on this anyway. Yeah, it's excellent for the layering spray for the static grass. WWS, their systems I found really, really good. I find it works really well. Let me just close the door a minute because we've got a bus outside reversing and the beeping's going off. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. So I'll just show you the few bits that I got from WWS. So this is, so like I said, I got some of the tough glue. See that there? So I can try that later on, see how it works. And then for the project I'm currently working on, I got one of their mounting kits. And this is the snowy mounting kit. So that is obviously snow. That is thawing snow or melting snow. And then it also came with these 6mm ice tufts. And also thrown in the box were these. I didn't order these. I don't know whether they do that for everyone or whether it was a mistake, but these were sitting in there. So I'm going to use some of these now on here. It's just a pack of yellow tufts. So yes, you said the dreaded word there, Peter. Oh, these are actually strips. Yeah. This is actually a strip. It's not individual tufts. So with that, we put that down there. How's that going to look? Everybody think, how does that look? Yes, Jerry, the very realistic expressway effect again. Yeah, I think they actually look quite good there. I might just move this down a little bit. Yeah, tied in with the grass there. I think I need to just trying to move some of this grass around with my finger. There we go. Right, that doesn't look too bad at all. Well, seeing they came free from WWS, I think it looks quite good. I'm just removing a few trees and just need to tape up one of the roads at the back, then I'll move the camera. I'll leave you admiring the flowers at the front of the station. It's a cat. Just find him lying at the back of the station. They can go somewhere. Put all those bits at the top of the water tower, and I won't lose them, hopefully. Timber Surf, good evening, sir. How are you doing? All right, I'm just trying to get my phone to work with the live chat. It seems to have frozen on me. Right, back to masking off. What's this? It looks like a sack of stuff. Not sure how all this stuff ended up at the back of the station. Right, so let's see if I can move the camera somewhat to give you guys a better view. Hi Andy, how you doing? Right, move this stuff out of the way and then see if I can get this camera, move this over a wee bit. How does that look? Oh, no, that's the wall. There. There, so that patch. So basically the bits that are left over now, I'm going to static grass. Oh, Charlie, how you doing? Everybody's coming in tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button for me, guys. And if you're hiding in the back and you want to ask a question, ask away, or subscribe if you're new here. Right, there's actually a tree at the back there that I must have glued in because it ain't coming out. So. Right, on with the green. I'm not too worried if some of it gets in the bushes, it'll just help highlight them a little bit. I'm just going to carry on and do the rest now that you guys can't see that it's just out of camera shot. So when you're doing static grass, I'm going to just do a little bit at a time. Don't try and do too much in one go. Oh, hang on. I spotted some cobwebs. So I have static grass cobwebs. Oh, Mark Hamildown, how you doing? Nice Small Junction, good evening. I see Flymo popping as well. Hi Flymo, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well. There must be really nothing on TV tonight. Seem to have everybody in tonight. Hi to anyone who I've missed in the chat and haven't said hello to, but when somebody comes in, all of a sudden the chat starts jumping up, and if I don't see it, I'm going to have to order myself some more of this layering spray. If I run out of grass. Yep, right. Right, time to reload the hopper. The dead tree looks good. That tree was alive at one time. It's just where it must be about 40 years old, that tree, and it's actually just faded away into obscurity. Did the colleagues? No, of course they didn't. I pointed out to them. They're like, oh yeah, I thought something looked a bit different. Yeah. I think they just say it just to wind me up. Some of them even admitted to watching my stream sometimes. So, any of you guys are watching, hello, especially you, Jim. I know you tune in sometimes. If you want to see some good scenery tutorials and that, guy I came across recently, Dartside, yeah, Dartside. I may already have come across him, but I only happened to pop up in my recommended there a few weeks ago, and he does some excellent tutorials on it. Some of the stuff he does would drive me mental doing it because I wouldn't have the patience to do it, but like he built a stone bridge, basically made the cardboard outline, then glued individual stones onto it. Now, it looked great, it looked very effective, but I was just looking at that thinking, there's no way I would be able to do that. I did say it took him hours and watching TV while I was doing it, but we've been now bent over a bowling willow. I need to do down the center of it. Oh, Eagle Creek, I can't remember whether I said hello to you or not, Ben, but hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, everybody is keeping well and following their modelling dreams. All right, I'll get back to doing something in front of you guys in a minute. I just want to get all this done. I think I might be running out of 2 mil grass again. Ah! Oh, ouch. Yep, time to refill the hopper. Just Yeah, that'd be great. Howard, I find the PVA glue doesn't work very well. I've tried using it. I've tried using it neat, painted on, watered down, and I've just found, for me, the layering spray works great. Now I do have some of WS's spray on, which is like watered down PVA or whatever it is they use. And I find that didn't work very well for me. I just find the layering spray seems to work best for me. Like I say, when you're doing static grass, do a little bit as a tester, just to make sure everything's working. Because it's not just the glue, it can be the atmospheric conditions, it can be the temperature, that sort of thing. Just do a little bit and see if it works for you. Because you might find, oh, it works great. Yeah, I've got this. You go do it the next day and it doesn't work. And you're like, what is going on here? Right, I think that's enough of the green now. Yeah, it's always to do a test. Did I move the camera? It's always good to do a test piece anyway when you're doing something. But I always find when I'm doing static grass, it may perfectly work for you one day and you think, oh, it's great. And you come back the next day to do it and you're like, why isn't this working? What's going on? What am I doing differently? And it can purely just be down to atmospheric conditions. It really can. It's just, it's too hot, too cold, too humid, not humid enough. But like I've been doing static grass for a while now, and I have I've used the Woodland Scenic stuff. Didn't get on with that. I got the Pico stuff, which, to be honest, I didn't get on well with because it was all balled up and that sort of thing. But then I got the deballer from WWS, and it works great now. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm filling up the hopper on the small one with 4 mil dead grass. You guys all know the routine. You've been here for the past couple of weeks. Watch me do this. All right, I just misplaced my phone. Where did I put it? A minute ago. I was reading the comments. Can that just disappear? Bear with me a minute, guys. I seem to have put my phone down somewhere and misplaced it. I'm actually just going to open up the door again because that spray is a little bit toxic. I can't even ring my phone to find it because I put it on silent before I started the stream. Oh, there it is. Right. Yeah, something's going on with my Fine anyway. I can't seem to see the chat. I'm just taking a scroll back through the chat, see if there's anything I missed. I thought it was haggis, Jerry. I'm having haggis in a couple of weeks. As a friend of mine went, he likes haggis. I don't mind haggis as well. I quite like it. And he went to a butcher's and ordered one. But what they turned up with was a banquet haggis, which is going to be quite large and feed quite a few people. So we decided that we're going to do it for his birthday in August. He's going to come around and cook it. So there'll be a few of us tucking into haggis with our neeps and tatters, or taties, however you pronounce it. It's covered in static grass, yeah. Right, anyway, back to the static grass now that I found my phone again. Right, so as I said, what did I say out in here? Was it 4 mil dead brass? So this is just going to be spots. Now you can just see this going in, and immediately it starts changing the color. One thing about this grass, when you see it on the computer screen, it looks very bright and vivid, like almost a neon green, but it's not actually. There, how does that look now? So you can see now this sort of dark patches in it. So you got different color effects. So I'm going to do the rest of it, and then I'll go over it with some 6 mil grass, just to give it different effects. So the whole idea of this is you've got your basing layer of one color, which you sort of blanket the area in, and then you go over it with another color, just more sporadically, just to break up that one solid color. And you try not to get too high off the fumes of the blue. As well as that, building up the different lengths. I started with 2 mil, this is now 4 mil. It helps lift the grass up. And give it the 3D effect. And like I said before, with this grass, if it has balled up, you can use the deboller, or I tend to like to leave it in the balls because then not as much comes out, so you get a much subtler color change. I think that might be just a little bit too subtle. The one with short legs on the right or clockwise is short legs. What is Timber Surf talking about? Right, that is 4mm done. Empty that out of the hopper and we'll use some 6mm. Now we're going for Wild Meadow 6mm. Oh, duals, that's something I haven't had for a while. The wild haggis, yeah. Somebody did that once, didn't they? Yeah. Mocked up a haggis in the wild. Right, so here we go now with 6mm. So again, you can see different color changes. There's different heights of grass. Hi, Robert. How you doing? Any plans around personal projects? Video out tomorrow, Robert. I'll show you what I'm working on now. Yeah, definitely gonna have to put a order in for some more layering spray. Tell you what, doing all that shaking is sore in the arm. Oh, Scottish Morris bars. I lived in Weston-super-Mare years and years ago. There was a chippy that would batter and fry anything. They had a couple of bars there, but if you bought in whatever you want, they would batter it and fry it for you. Personal favorites were obviously Mars bars. Snickers were nice. And Cadbury's cream eggs. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do have a very sweet tooth. Right, I think that's enough of the static grass. Oh, they were lovely, Jerry. It was lovely. I had a bounty once. That wasn't great. Charlie, I thought you were a Scottish man. You've never had a deep fried Mars bar? I've seen someone batter and deep fry a slice of pizza once. I tell you one thing I used to love getting from the chippies, which they don't do it over here, but any good chip you'd go into would have a jar of pickled eggs on the counter, and you could always get a pickled egg. There's never one for mushy peas, though. No. Ugh. A burger and baked bean sandwich, battered and deep fried. Oh. Right, let's lift the camera down so you can have a little look at that, and then I'll take the see how that looks. How's that? Oh, you're looking at the sky there. How's that look? That doesn't look too bad. Now you can see all the different colors in there. Cow pie is from the Dundee. Yeah, I remember that. Desperate Dan and his big cow pie with the horns sticking out of it. Right, so there we go. Right, let's do the rest of it. So I'm done with the spraying. Now, so I'm going to put the camera back up here again, guys. Blow the static grass off the phone. Black peas. I've never heard of black peas, Leslie. Right, I'm going to try and lift the sticky tape up because there's a load of grass on there that if I can save, I can use again. I have my tub of barren bits of grass. Put that back over. Hang on, I'll start from this end. You can keep all this sort of grass, mix it up, and you can use it for well, anything really. You're doing a hillside in the background or something like that, something that's not going to be sort of in the foreground too much that you don't mind. Okay, Howard, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, taking off some of the bushes. Back down. Well, we got 27 in by the looks of it so far. That's good for a summer's evening. The internet wasn't working too well earlier on because we have had so much rain around here. There was so much flooding over the weekend. So I think some of the telephone boxes are full of water. Chicken tikka masala. Hi, John. How you doing? They did grow there, John. I planted them last week. Were you not here for that? Isn't Martha teaches Irish traditions? How do we get into Scottish? Well, a lot of Scottish people came to Ireland, and a lot of Irish people went to Scotland. You know, a lot of Irish people from Donegal would have gone over. In fact, they would have caught the train here to go and get the boat from Belfast over to Glasgow for the potato picking season and that sort of thing. You had the herring girls as well. A lot of Irish would have gone off to that. We had our own herring girls here, and follow on to around the coast of Scotland. So there's a lot of crossover between the Irish and the Scottish. Yeah, Old Gaelic. In fact, Scottish Gaelic and Irish Gaelic are very, very similar. When I first went to England, I went to do my GCSEs. And I thought, oh, I'll do a GCSE in Irish because I've been doing Irish in Ireland at school over here. And they had a look, and there was about 200 different languages they'd done. Irish wasn't one of them. You could do Welsh, Scottish, and everything, but they didn't have the Irish language. Right, it's going to get a little bit noisy. I'm going to get my vacuum out and just vacuum off the platforms here, so stand by. That would have been cheating. She could be Welsh. I have a Welsh sister-in-law over there for her wedding last year to my brother-in-law, and it was a great time. Right, let's put a few bushes on, a few plants around, that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm just going to blow some fibers away a minute. So, there we go. Hang on a minute. There we go. Sorry, I'm really getting sick there. I was moving the camera in. Forced to do English and English. Yeah, I must admit English wasn't my strong subject at school. I'm not one for doing the poems, and I find it very, very hard to read a novel. Like I could sit down and read a technical manual from cover to cover, or an encyclopedia. Remember those encyclopedias? A whole set of them growing up. Read them A through to Z. But one thing I hated then for school is having to, the novels and plays you had to do, and just, oh. Right, just having a bit of a tidy up here at the moment, so I can get the tufts and everything out. And so I'm using these ones again, so yellow ones. They're getting a bit dark now in this corner. Got some lights with me, and some of these red ones as well. So I'm just going to take these out, dot them around, trying to be as random as possible. I always notice when I look back at these, they never are particularly random. Poutine is food, poutine is food poisoning. I do have a bottle of Connemara poutine. Surely for medicinal purposes. So all these little tufts are the ones I won on from Jason's stream there before Christmas. So you can see they're all going to good use here in the museum. Yeah, what I didn't bring in tonight, I didn't bring my drill with me, so I can't put any trees in. Stuck that one over a woodlouse carcass. Removing paint. I climb out of the bottle with help. Medical use, guaranteed to make you sick in the morning. Very true, Derry. I'll actually try and use it to clean tracks, see how it works. We were making poutine for A-level chemistry. Yeah, sure, Tom. Yeah, sure it was for chemistry. If you can taste it, it's no good, yeah. If you don't have a burning sensation all in your mouth and down the back of your throat and makes your toes curl, it's not right. Right, let's get the clump foliage out and put some bushes around one of these. So I'm going to put some of this up the back just to hide the joint at the back. Again, this is the woodland scenic clump foliage, different colours. Just put it around to make it look like bushes. A couple of different colours together just so it adds a little something. Yeah, the whole thing, less is more. It's easy to add more, it's harder to take it away. Right, I think that's enough for now. Oh, maybe a little bit more over here. Right, I'll give you guys an overview when I've done it. I do have my tripod here. Actually, if I put that up and pin the webcam to that, you should be able to see it better. Wait a minute. Right, move the camera again. Well, it's high off. Bye, hi. Catch you again. There you go. There you got a general overview of it now. There you go. Right. This is the station back in. Some bushes in. Oh, a little bit of coarse turf sprinkled through the static grass. I'll take a little bit. So this is coarse turf. That is burnt grass, and I have light green. You don't take a little bit of this, sprinkle not too much, and spread it around. And it just gives the idea of different plants in amongst the grass. By using the different colours. Be careful when you're putting it around because you don't want to flatten the static grass you just spent hours putting in. So we're just gently pushing it down into the grass. Again, less is more. You can do it and come back and look at it another day and go, oh, I think that needs a little bit extra here, a little bit more here, there. So you can see now you've got this green grass, and you can see the hillsides I done last week, how it's browner. So it gives off that different color. I'm not sure about the purple on it, because actually looking on the screen there, the purple for the heather looks quite nice, but it is a little bit vibrant. Right, flowers. Let's get my favorite. So yellow and red I like to use. The white I've got, I find it's a little bit too fine, and when you put it on, you can't really see it. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out when I'm at a show or something, see if I can get white that's a little bit coarser. So again, sprinkling a little bit of that around on some of the bushes. Thank you, Leslie. It all starts to come together. All of a sudden you look at it and go, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Right. So a little bit of the red. It's coarse, not coarse. Hang on, let me just. No, just say coarse. Yeah. Right, so have I anything else to put on there? Right, I'm just gonna put some more of those yellow flower strips. I wonder if I have to put sponsored by WWS on this station. And I got these as a freebie. I'm going to just cut these out with the scissors. The tip, don't use safety scissors. I'll just squish it a little bit now. Oops. There. And put that just on the other end, just like that. There. I think that looks. Right, anything else to do? Well, I can't put the trees in because I forgot my drill. And we're going to go have a look at making some trees now anyway. Right, so I'm going to put a few of these things back. Oh, I forgot that was going. Right there. There. Of course, now I've done static grass, I can't see where the holes are for putting the telegraph poles back in. So I will have to re-drill some of those. So I'll leave them there. This is a farmer with sheep. He can go in there because I've got some put the cat there. Stretching it, Colin Coors beer. Right, I did have. Remember I was saying about I had some sheep and a little red tractor that I was searching everywhere for and I couldn't find it. Turned out my daughter had them in her room. She was using them on one of her photo shoots with her horses. And I thought I put them in the box to bring them in tonight. Now I can't see them. I'm sure I've seen them here. I thought that field there would be ideal for the tractor to go in there. Nope, I mustn't have brought them in. I thought I did. No, that's not that side. That's that side. I'm missing a crossing gate. I don't know where it's gone. These trees, I'll put them back at the back here. And make sure I haven't left anything on the track here. Scissors off. Right, I'll give you guys a flyover in a sec. Let me just tidy up and double check. I'm sure I bought that in. Yeah, it was probably sitting on a bench at home. It's not mine. I'll just finish that field off tonight. I'm going to just check my car a minute. I didn't leave them in the car. Nope, I must have left them at home. Oh well. I'll bring them in tomorrow. Oh no, find them. There we go. Hiding under a box. So, here we are, a little tractor, a few sheep, they can go in that field now. Everything's still working. Oh, I think my mic is about to die. I'll keep an eye on that. Oh, Tommy, you off? Take care. Nice little tractor. Some sheep. Now, really, you probably wouldn't get sheep grazing on a field like this. You would get more like cattle, but these were donated to the museum, so I'm using these. And what I need to do is actually come in with a bit of glue and just stick them in place, just to stop parents reaching over. Because it's not the kids, it's the parents. See, now I put all those in over here, now they're all pointing the same blooming direction. Something you seem to do without even thinking about it. There we go. Right, I'm going to take the camera down and give you a view sort of eye level. So the only thing left to do now is put a few trees in, but we're going to have a go at making some now, and I'll have to bring my drill in tomorrow and put them in place. New German Junction Motorway. Good evening. How are you doing, sir? Right, I'm going to finish clearing up a little bit, and then we're going to have a look at my new ProGrass applicator. See if we can make a few trees, see how we get on. So just bear with me a minute, guys. have a go at using it to make some tufts as well. See how I can. Right, I'm going to turn the camera around now, so we're looking at the workbench here on my. Just bear with me a sec while I get this positioned. So not actually, take it off the stand, put it on the edge. Oops. Oh, BMW M Sport 5 Series. I used to have one of them. They're a lovely car. Okay, Leslie, catch you next time. Take care. Bacon butties sound good. Right, let's find some static grass. Now, this is first time using this. I've never used it before. So my understanding is put some static grass on there. Oh, 3 litre straight 6. Oh, very nice. Mine was only the 2 litre, but it did shift. It's so comfortable to drive. Used to do a lot of driving in my job, and it was just so comfortable. Right, so here's some seafoam. You can see I've already sprayed it brown. That's just using some Humbrol spray. Oh, actually, no, it's not Humbrol. It's Tamara, because that's what my local auto shop stocks. So it's just red brown. Spray it. They're not the best looking trees. I think I've taken all the good ones out of the box. But I don't mind having straggly ones because when you bunch them all together, they don't look too bad. And also, trees don't always look perfect. By the way, you can get rid of the heart prompt that blocks the bottom of the chat sidebar if you want. Oh, how do you do that, Anthony? Because that is so annoying where they put it. No, Brian, BMWs don't come with that flashy light. I don't know what you're on about. Right, what am I doing? Trees. Right, so I'm going to do some using this because because I've never used it before. I don't even know what works with seafoam trees or just the skeletons. I've got some of these off-the-shelf ones. I'm going to put a little bit extra on just to see if I can spruce them up a little bit. Spruce them up, yeah. All right. Disable live reactions. All right, okay. Solid white line does not mean overtake. I don't know what you're on about, Brian. All right. Is it up on my YouTube? Because obviously I set up my stream through StreamYard. Oh yeah, I can see it there. So I'll need to go into the live settings and disable it. Right. Okay. Right. Let's take this one, attach it to the clip. Now I'm going to use this, and I'm also going to use a more traditional method because I've got some knock leaves or gauge master. Right, for the initial stick in, I just use hairspray. So they're going to come in here tomorrow. I wonder what the hell was going on here. Hairspray, glue. Right, let's see how this works. Right, I'm back. Everybody hear me again? Pro tip for you, got one of these, do not switch it on in front of your laptop because it scrambles your laptop. So I'm just going to move my laptop away from this. I didn't think it'd give out such a static charge, but it just sent the laptop doolally. So bear with me a second. Right, let's hope that's far enough away. Did you say that, Timber? Did you? I didn't miss that. I thought it won't give out that much of a charge being that close. Obviously, I was wrong. That'll give me more room on the table now. Right, anyway. There's the tree. It doesn't actually look too bad. Now what I'm going to do to fix it in is I'm going to use the layering spray. I'm just going to step outside and spray it. Ideally, I should be wearing gloves. Stop getting crap all over your gloves, all over your hands. I'm just going to spray it outside. Right, so there's one tree. I'm sure I could use a slightly different color just to give it some variation. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that to one side. The other thing with it, you need to put down a sheet to put this on because it just spreads the grass everywhere. I'm sure I've got some of it on my nose. Okay. I'm just going to switch on the other mic and shut this other one down because it's about to die, so it just doesn't go dead on me in midstream. Right, everyone should still be able to hear me. Right, so let's do a tree the more traditional route. So here I have got knock leaves or Gauge Master, which seem to be sold under both brand names. And we'll take a tree. I'll take one long skinny one. I pick all the seed pods off this. I thought I got them all. Yeah, there's a little bit there. Right, so one tree, one skinny. Again, hairspray, spray it away from where you're working so everything doesn't get all sticky. And it's always a good idea if you wear gloves when doing this. And then just sprinkle it on the tree. Remember to hold the tree upside down as well while you do it, just to get everything coated. And then a couple of little taps just to get the excess off. And again, I'm going to go outside, spray it with the layering spray to fix everything in place. And there we have the tree. Now, ignoring the shape of them, which do you think looks better? I must admit I prefer the leaves one, but then this gives a different texture and looks like a completely different tree. So I think they're both equally effective, to be honest. I mean, this one might look a bit fuller. This is a bit skinnier, but let's see what you're saying. It's funny how Mark ignores his own advice. Yeah. See, that's the problem when you're coming in to do work here, I have to box everything up and bring it in with me. Whereas if I was doing this at home, I'd have the gloves to put on. All right, so I'll stick them back in. And what I'll do now, I got 2 of these trees, both identical. These are the sort of off-the-shelf plastic armatures, a little bit of green stuff stuck to them. So what I'm going to do is, again, spray it, hairspray, use the knock leaves on it. The other one, I'm going to use the static grass, and hope I'm far enough away from the laptop this time so I don't fry it. Well, that's it. Yeah, different leaves. I do have some different colored leaves that I picked up when I was in Worley. Again, spray it. There we go. So that tones down the sort of luminous green it had on it. So I'll put that to one side. I'll put this to one side. We will bring this back into play. The only thing I find with this, well, obviously you need to put a sheet down and use this. It does go everywhere. Obviously, with a sheet down, I could save it all and put it back on again. So let's have a go at this. So let me just check on the chat. Leamington Station, good evening, sir. How are you doing? It's Graham, isn't it? Say I am terrible with names. How are you keeping? I haven't seen. Have you put any videos out recently, Graham? Or have I just been unsubscribed to you from YouTube and not noticed? Right, let's see how this works. I think the way this flies around, you almost need to have a mask on to stop the fibers going. Oh yeah, actually take your finger off the pad. Don't switch it on with your finger on there. Actually, I think that works better on a spruce type tree. So, again, what do you guys think? So we have the static grass applicator here, and we have the traditional sort of knock leaves. While you're commenting on that, I'm going to go outside and spray them to fix it in place. Now, that was my first time using it. Very simple to use. Obviously, don't touch the plate, you'll get a shock. You need to have a paper around so you can take the fibers and put them back on again. But it seemed to work really well. It gives, using both methods, gives you slightly different trees. Now the seafoam, you can do various things to straighten it. I've seen people put it in hot water and hang weights off it to straighten it. I've seen people crocodile clip it to like a skewer, spray it with glue, leave it to dry for 24 hours to keep it straight. Also what I've seen Dark Side do, which I thought was really good, is you got some dried twigs and you would drill a hole in the top of the twig and pop the seafoam tree into that so that it looked like a better trunk. Oh, it's your birthday, Graham. Is it? Happy birthday. Yeah, so I'll put them on there so you can see. The various ones. Right, so let's try. So this is, so that was, the fiber I was using was 2mm summer. Yes, it's getting to that time of night where I lose the ability to speak. So obviously you can use different colors. I don't know if you've even seen, I've seen them doing it Worley with this, with flocking the sheep. I thought that was really, really good. So I'm just going to move that to one side a minute. I'm going to get some, find what 6mm stuff I have to use to make the tufts. So I've got some parchment paper or greaseproof paper, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to do a small piece. Roll it the other way just to get it to lie a bit flatter. Get my glue. Do something unmanly and actually read the instructions. Right, so water-based glue, so it's being cleaned up. And just snip the top off. I'll take the, you can see it's graduated, so I'll cut off the smallest bit first, just to see how that goes. Like a mouse and a key. So I'm putting a little blob. Now, people have said this works a lot better in PVA glue. It remains a little bit sticky as well, so it helps putting it down. Right, let's get some 6mm grass. See what I have. I got some wild meadow. It's not particularly green, but it'll do for this just to try it out. Empty out the 2mm spring. What am I doing? Not thinking, I'm just going to go and put it in the static grass applicator. I'm using this, aren't I? So, well, I think I'll put that in the deboiler because it's a bit. So that's our deboiler. It's basically just a little wooden sieve. It just helps break up the balls. Now they're hoping that they release this, they're hoping they'll be able to solve the problem with it rolling. I think it's a case of humidity or something that causes it to stick together. I'll show you the glue now in a minute. It's the Woodland Scenic tough glue. That stuff. So I normally use PVA. I just want to see if this actually works any better. People say it does. So I'll attach it to the strip. Oh, wow. A little bit more. That does actually a bit more on there. Oh, a little bit of a tingle there. That actually works a lot better than using the static grass applicator. I think I need a little bit of practice getting the amount of glue right. I think I actually probably need a less amount of glue. But they turned out quite well. So we can just shake off the excess. So I think a bit more practice, just getting the drops of glue right, maybe spreading them out a little bit more, different size tufts, but I actually quite impressed with that. They look quite good. So that's a thumbs up from me. So very simple to use, very effective. You can see with doing the seafoam trees, it gives a different effect. So I'll be using it more. Right. This isn't sponsored by WWS. I like using their products. I think they're really good. That's why I sort of recommend them. I use them myself. So it's all bought and paid for. All bought and paid for using the money from my channel members and from revenue I make from the few ads on here. So all you guys watching the videos, you've all contributed to getting this and to doing the layouts here. So thank you very much. Make sure you do check out the channel members down below. Let's see if I put that back on again. I'll just go over them again because there's a little bit of green mixed in there now. Oh yeah, they're coming up even better now doing the second run. Look at that. Well, you let them dry. Go over them with some color on top if you want, so you can have colored tufts. But yeah, definitely works really well. Let me just check through the chat. Okay, take Charlie. That's it, can't speak. Take care, Charlie. Good night. Catch you again. The glue, yeah, there is. It's not PVA. Apparently, there's something about this. This is more elastic than PVA, which is why it works better. I mean, WWS have been doing this for years. They know what they're doing. They've obviously spent years developing this, and it works really well. So I'll definitely be using that again for making tufts. You can see it makes a bit of a mess. So I'm saying if you had a sheet down here, scoop it up, put it back in the bag and reuse it. Yeah, the applicator is WWS as well. It's their Progress box. Ooh. We'll wipe some of the static grass off. You can see it. Takes a 9-volt battery in the back, and you just clip that onto whatever, the tree or in this case paper. This is just your normal ordinary greaseproof parchment paper. It's not the specialist stuff they sell, which I think is probably close enough the same stuff. I think that glue was about a £5, so I mean, I've only used a tiny bit on there, so that's going to go a very, very long way. Yeah, it might be it. There might be more silicone in it. Maybe that's something to try. Use silicone. Yeah, just use some, although you'd have to use clear silicone, wouldn't you? Because the colored stuff would dry the color it is, so. Yeah, Martin does say it's not PVA, and you can tell it is. It's got a different consistency to it. Yeah, I got the PSG one from Pico, which is basically it is WWS as far as I know. These are made by WWS, the same as their static grass you get from Pico. It's all the same. So I believe anyway. Yeah, don't touch the applicator. So far every week I've got a shock from either the normal applicator like that. And I did get a little bit of a tingle of this one. That'll last me another 3 houses. Oh God, I hope I'm not moving again anytime soon. Yeah, don't use it next to a laptop either. I couldn't believe that. I switched on, immediately the laptop went all colored lines across it. And I thought, oh no, that's me laptop wiped. But rebooted it and it seemed to work fine so far. Yeah, as Brian says, wear gloves. No, there's no packing up again. Although what I did actually get for any of you guys in the UK, I got 45-litre tubs from Asda with lids, and they're selling them at the moment for £4 a tub. So I've ordered about 20 of them, so I can pack all my train stuff into them. They're all the same size then. They all stack nice and neatly. I also picked up in Argos today a Christmas tree box. So it's quite long, so I can put all my lengths of flexi-track in it. So all my tracks in that now as well. So it keeps it all protected and helps store it away. They're standing on, you know, he did it again. Yeah, there's smoke coming off me here. Right, I think I'm gonna tidy up now and call it a day because it is 9:30 now. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? So we've got the layout finished here now. I'll come back tomorrow with my drill and put a few trees in place. And then next week, probably back out to the Pedigo layout to finish off out there, put a few fences in and just a few more trees and plants and tufts just to finish that off. I think that'll be more or less that done. I've got one of those dowel signals to put in, which I'll probably do a video on and stick that in. I started wiring up the DC relay out with switching control on it. It doesn't seem to be working properly, so I'm going to have to look into that and see what the issue is. I might have blown it by not using the right adapter on it. We'll have to wait and see. So next week, back out in the grey wagon, finish off the Pedigo layout. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that, doing the static grass, finishing off the layout here inside the museum, and making trees, testing out the new Progress applicator. So take care, everyone. Video out tomorrow. I think I've set it to release at 7:30 in the morning. So if you're up early having breakfast, you can watch it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for keeping me company while I was doing some work here in the museum. So I'll chat to you all next Thursday. See you then, guys. Take care. Keep on modeling. Bye.